Hello, I'm at the beach. Let's do some trading. Dun, dun, dun. So once again, the worst lighting. The worst lighting. I actually have a bright light over there, but it's so bright behind me. But anyways, good morning from Amelia Island, Florida. And apparently now they want to start blowing leaves. Hang on. I thought you wanted to hear the surf while we were trading, but... Oh, wait, that's actually just a kid screaming, so somebody shoot the kid. Anyways, hey, good morning, everybody. Amelia Island, Florida. Just saw the sun rise, and I said, I wish you could see this, bud. I made 500,000 trading gold in Tokyo. I want you to play with it. My wife's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's Wall Street. What are you talking? But anyways, hey. Welcome to the webinar. Today we'll cover gold and oil, dollar and yen pairs. Excuse me. Make sure you ask questions. I'll try to cover what you want me to cover. In the meantime, please visit tradersway.com and open an account today. Traders Way makes this possible, so make sure you pay it back. If you download their MT4 demo, then you can download my chart templates for free, install it onto the demo. Now you can start trading just like I trade. In fact, the link, gee whiz, the link to download my chart templates is right there. Can you guys hear the surf crashing behind me, or should I just shut the door? Excuse me. Probably not. I'll shut it. Gee whiz. I got a cough all of a sudden. So anyways, charts.fxbootcamp.com. You can download my chart templates. Thank you to Traders Way. Install it onto your Traders Way demo account. And one day when you develop real skills, real confidence in your trading, maybe you'll choose Traders Way for your live account. And they'll be the prime broker to your successful Forex trading business. So that's our goal. That's your goal. So let's have the same goal. Yes, that didn't work out. I tried, like we're right in the center of the hotel, so we got the best view they have, but I can't get you closer. And this laptop has a terrible battery, so if I unplug it, it will be dead in probably 2 minutes. So anyways, hot, steamy Florida. So anyways, let's get going. We don't have a lot of time. Kiwi yen. Oh, you know what I need? I need a drawing tool. Ooh. The beach is fantastic. The water's warm. The waves have been pretty cool. I spent probably 3 hours boogie boarding with the kids. All that's really fun. My my wife's hungover this morning, which is fantastic. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. All right, up, down, down. Okay. Now this isn't the target typically, but it is resistance. It is by definition an R1. Now usually I'm not really that concerned. Heath says, where am I in Florida? Amelia Island at the Ritz-Carlton. The ocean view. Oh, thank you, Gary. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Thank you, Gary. I sound sick. I'm not sick. I don't know why. All of a sudden, I just got something in my throat. It's all good. Okay. So really, typically, there should be another move up or a wave or whatever you want to call it. But I'm always concerned, mid-July, whether it's going to extend or just get trapped in there. But the goal we had weeks ago would have been, here's your bottom. Okay. This is all bullish entry. That's why it's still highlighted down here. I have it in sort of fuchsia or whatever color that is. And a typical swing would get you here. Okay, that's cool. And there's no reason to really change that plan. But I'm always worried in mid to late July that we just get no follow through. But look, the difference is hardly anything, right? So we're at 73. The target is 73 and a half, right? So we're 73.15. So we're only 35 pips away from the target. So don't be so bold that you have to get the other 35 pips. So make it just right. So don't be too stubborn, but maybe, I don't know, make solid decision, right? Okay, so it really depends on what everyone else is doing. So that's what Kiwi is doing, and then contrast, you're like, wait, euro yen is not even going in the same direction. That's why I'm saying, you had a chance even just a few minutes ago or an hour or so ago. I don't know, if this is going up and everything else is going down, do you really need the other 35 pips to feel successful? Well, maybe you do. So you're like, well, what's, the other way of answering that is, what is your trade plan for the week? Okay. So here's an out of position trade, which you kick off the 4 hour, right? 21. So you should know that. Right? So there's an entry. Of course, you may have been waiting for it to come a little bit lower. And you see that there's no real difference between Sunday afternoon. So let's say not 12 hours ago. So 12 hours ago, the market's open. Okay, and you have this sort of move like this. It's not great because you'd rather have it go up, but you notice the difference between the 4 hour and the central pivot is hardly anything. Okay. But when everything else is falling, those are precious pips. Maybe you don't want to be so bold. Please do Turkish lira. Okay, well, we'll look at euro lira. So what is CAD doing? Well, we had it trapped here. So there's two ways of playing this. If you still believe it's range bound, because you could have had it this way just as easily as I had it this way, you could say, you're working your way through this, right? And you're really concerned about next month. If you're a bear, you're going to say that was the breakout, right? Breakout, pullback, and you're going to short soon, probably this M3, and take it down. Okay. Now, if you're just rolling into this trade now, you didn't have a trade plan, because that's a pretty clear sell if you're a bear and you're trading it as a breakout. That's a weekly M3. This is the roll reversal, right? So once again, if you're just walking into this trade, you are definitely 4 hours late, which means you didn't have a trade plan. And you got to be very careful if you're trading without plans. It's very, very dangerous. Put it this way, if you're trading without a plan, you're about to lose money. Okay? So this is a pretty basic weekly swing. If you're a bear, this is a pretty basic breakout roll reversal, although it's not the greatest one in the world. It's definitely tradable. And so you have these two things, that's a straightforward bearish trade. And if you're doing something now 4 hours late, I would be very concerned. Okay. If you're a bull, you're going to play it like a bottom, like I just said, which, again, it's Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. when the market opened, you would have been long bombing this. 4 hours ago, if you were a bear, you would have been short selling this. If you're just walking in trying to figure out what to do now, you've already lost money. You'll find a way to lose money. Don't worry about it. You'll find a way. So right now, we're sort of in the middle. Now you have 50-50 odds, which are not good odds, because it's just as likely to do this as it is to do this. Okay? If you're a bull, there's your entry. If you're a bear, there's your entry. Very, very straightforward stuff. Okay? So I'm thinking Kiwi yen looks up, Euro yen looks down. Not the congruency that I typically like to enjoy, right? So, like, does this help us decide what direction CAD yen's going? No, not necessarily, huh? So there's the trade plan I created for you like a week ago. Do you guys remember? Now you might say, oh, it didn't go to the exact price. Well, these hadn't printed yet. There's lots. I don't know if you can see, but I have like highlighted areas on top of highlighted areas. So there's a lot going on here, but the bottom line, let me actually try to make it a line, an actual line. The bottom line, there's one there, and there's this. These are wicks that I'm trying to grab, and I'm trying to make these as parallel as possible. And then I would probably do one here off the real bodies, because you don't know. Okay, so you can see that if you're a bear, wherever it is, that whole area is a zone, right? A zone for what? Buying, or a zone for selling? Of course, for selling. And notice that we were talking about it way back here, 3-4 days ago. And I think we were talking about this too. On Tuesday or Wednesday, I said, I'm already thinking Monday. Can anybody confirm that? Hopefully there's not much of a lag for me to ask such questions, but can anyone confirm that like on Tuesday or a Wednesday that I had drawn this and had said verbally that I'm already planning this for Monday or Tuesday? I just want a confirmation that we quite literally talked about selling this pair at those prices at least 2, but probably 3 trading days in advance, right? In fact, if you had the weekend days, this is 4 days in advance, right? Now, do we know if it's going to work out? Of course, we don't know if it's going to work. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. So I don't know if this is going to work. So it's not about being right. It's being trading properly. Okay. Selling down here was a bad idea. Selling up here is a good idea, right? Now what? Selling now is a bad idea. Why? Because buying here is a good idea. Buying here is a good idea. Okay. But a bear loves that. And we'll see where it goes. Okay. Pound. Generally it's a bad currency right now, but then you get news spurts spurts every so often, pops and stuff, but generally I have no problem wanting to be a bear there. And that's definitely a sell zone, and that's all that matters. Now we're in a buy zone. Now it's not very good if you're a bull, because technically speaking, when you're in a situation of high, low, lower high, lower low, this looks like it could form a lower high. Oh, my mouse is freaking out. Stupid hotel puts a glass on their desks, right? Anyways, you can see here, this looks like it's going to be a, right, something like that. So buying here is not really good, because you really want to buy dips when a market is bullish. Yeah, Gary, well, then you got to work that out. What that tells me, Gary, is you don't have a bias. Because the bias would stop. You're like, whoa, I can't be buying yen and selling yen at the same time. It makes no sense. What happens typically, Gary, and I don't know your situation, right? But typically what happens is you're looking using technical analysis, right? You're using technical analysis to find you a trade. That's how you lose money. Technical analysis doesn't tell you what to do. It just helps you identify good prices to enter and exit your trade. You know what I mean? But that technical analysis alone will put you in a lot of wrong trades. So you're right. It'd be impossible for you to be, long pound yen and short euro yen at the same time. Now, you might get technical analysis that says, hey, these are pretty good trades, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense. Ramesh says, I know you mentioned that I'm a bear on the dollar. Well, I want you which is a way of saying you're still bullish on macroeconomics. Yeah. How would that impact pound yen and euro yen? Pound dollar, euro dollar. Well, I probably wouldn't be trading them. That's how it impacts. If I'm a bear on US dollar, and then I'm also a bear on pound and euro, I wouldn't be trading those. Okay. And just remove it. Anyways, let's move. Okay, so we looked at quite a few yen there. Well, I guess we'll do the lira. Somebody asked for lira. Sure. For sure, eh? Okay. So, you see how I have this marked out? This is supposed to be the bottom for euro Turkish lira for the month of July. I'm trying to write bottom, but this mouse is on top of glass, so it's like impossible. Anyways, basic, simple technical analysis will tell you that that is a bottom. Okay. It might go a little bit lower before finding the bottom, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. If you're expecting more than that, you're hoping, and hope is not a strategy. Okay. So, pretty simple. So the next plan would be something like that. Which looks to me like it'll consolidate first and then break. And the sad thing is it might break up first before breaking down, and that's the challenge. Okay. ZAR, we can take a look at ZAR quickly. Now let's zoom in using an hourly chart. Okay. Do you see these areas? I'll remind you that these are short areas. This was a plan A short. Oh, that's a pretty good plan A. Plan A short, and here's the plan B short, right? No, that's from early last week. This week, there's only a plan A this week based on swing trading. And lo and behold, it's working. Not that complicated though, right? Because that's what it's supposed to do. Ramesh says, so no further sell in euro lira? Well, let me tell you this way, because I don't know the future. But do you like selling at support? And do you like being in a trade that just hit the monthly target, right? So remember, I have no opinion, so you have to ask yourself. You're using technical analysis, and it shows you like a day ago you should have taken your profit and run, but you didn't. So now what? But it's very obviously support. So you either take profit at support as a bear, or you hang on for dear life. But that's not hope. I'm looking at it like it should fall, but it might take 3 more weeks to fall. Are you willing to wait 3 weeks? I don't know. Again, that's all personal opinion. But the technical analysis is the easiest part, right? It's clearly support. Okay. Now in this one, this is the only swing entry for this week. Okay. So to give you another example of what I'm talking about, there's no trade up here this week. That was last week's setup. Okay. So if we were to isolate that, last week you either shorted here or here. It's the same thing. Okay. Especially if you're looking at this from a monthly point of view, it's the same thing and it wouldn't have mattered. So that's last week's short. Okay. That's actually last week's plan A. There's a plan B higher than that. And this is this week's short. Okay. There's nothing up here. None. There's nothing up there. This is very clear, very definite, very definitional. It's like not an argument. It's in the book, right? That I wrote. How long has it been now? 12 years? 12 years ago, right? By definition, this would be a sell. Oh, well, I guess that's why it worked out. Now we're at support. Okay. Is this a good place to sell? It's like the worst place to sell. No, there's a worse one. This is worse. Okay. But this is terrible. So you go from terrible to pathetic to sell. Now, if you're a bull, you disagree with what's going on, right? You disagree with this sell. Although, even if you're a bull, you have to say, ooh, oh my God, bears sold at exactly where bears were supposed to sell. You see what I mean? Like even if you're a bull and you believe this is going up, shouldn't you at least go, oh, snap. I want to be a bull here. I think bears are wrong, but there are definitely bears in this trade. You're like, it's a real fight. Like that, there's money on the line. Maybe billions on the line. Somebody shorted at exactly where they're supposed to sell. You are not alone, right? Bears are here with you. So if in that situation, I like to be cautious. Maybe even walk away if I'm a bull. Why would I want to pick a fight? Right? You understand that? Someone sold here, so you know there's real money. That's not bulls taking profit. That's bears selling. So you know you're picking a fight, and they're going to fight back is the problem. I'm not afraid of the fight. I'm afraid of them fighting back. So, plus who wants to be long this? Nobody. Who in their right mind would be long this for any more than 23 and a half hours? So anyways, let's get off exotics. Let's do some commodities. Okay. Some day trading. Are you a bull or a bear? Okay. Well, if you are a bull, this is your buy zone. Okay, pretty easy. And if you're going to be a bull tomorrow, you're already setting up tomorrow's trade right now. Isn't that cool? You bought here, you took profit, and you're going to buy here again if you're a bull. Okay. We call this double bottom. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, so on and so forth. Okay? If you're a bear, I'd be cautious. I don't think that's bear selling because it's made a higher high. So that's why I'd be really worried. If I'm a bear, I want to see a significantly lower low, and I might not even sell today if I'm a bear. I might wait for a move like that before I get involved, because I don't like selling double bottoms with higher highs. Okay? That's not a bearish setup, that's a foolish setup. Okay? Okay, let's take a look at gold. What can you tell me about gold? Okay. Well, we know it's sitting on top of support. Okay. We're sitting on support. We're not under resistance. We're on top of support. And this seems to be making some sort of new high. This might be a breakout. We don't know. Breakout. We don't know. But it's not bearish. Okay. So how do you trade a breakout? Well, typically you buy roll reversals. What used to be resistance is now support. Okay. You see that? Simon says, am I at the beach? Yes. I watched the sunrise on the beach this morning. I spent all day yesterday in the surf. I'm sunburned up to about my chest. From chest to the top of my head is sunburned. Everything else is pale white because I've been in the water for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Do you guys know the Concours d'Elegance? They do it right here at this hotel. Prime Crypto says buy on gold. Well, I just explained it. If you don't know what that means, what I just explained, if it still was not sort of English, you need to visit fxbootcamp.com and take a training course. Because I answered that question very detailed. So if you don't understand that, then I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I broke it down like 3-4 reasons, right? And the logic behind it. So if you still don't know, you need to visit fxbootcamp.com, take a course. Thank you, Umit. Cool. So that's gold and oil. We did lots of yen pairs, and we did 2 exotics. So I guess we'll do a couple of dollar pairs. Okay. What do you guys want to do? Oh, yeah, Bill. Yeah. You didn't hear? Well, yeah, I just went through. So I don't know if you just logged in, Bill, and you just happened to miss it. Then you should watch the recording because I did do probably a 90-second overview of gold, right? My concern is you don't understand, so you're waiting for me to just tell you what to do, and I'm not going to do that. I'm here. I preach to teach, okay? So if you didn't understand the explanation, then you need training. You need further training. You know what I mean? That's all. I'm not being mean or facetious or anything. Just quite literally, you need to know. So Aussie dollar. Sure. I haven't done Aussie dollar in a while. And it's getting bright in here. Aussie dollar. But yeah, so someone said, am I at the ocean? I don't know if you can see. I mean, it's right there. It's really bright. But anyways, can't get you closer, but it's gorgeous. Those are palm trees. I don't know if you can see those are, where are they? These are all palm trees. This is the beach down there. And it's all waves. It's nice. Best room in the hotel. All right, so Aussie, Aussie. Okay, Aussie. Cool. Yep, you can see that. Oh, and I guess I got to put it back here. And it's getting bright behind me, I think. So what am I? I'm going to shut the curtains but open the door. Yeah, I don't think you can hear the beach. It's too bad. It's such a wonderful sound. Is that better? Look at that. That looks terrible. They're nice. It looks terrible. All right. Anyways. Okay. Let's do this one. It looks really nice. You're probably a little bit late already if you're not in it, but maybe you're in it and you just want me to confirm it. Okay. So once again, a pretty basic trade setup. Okay. You have to know where you've been and where you're going. Okay. And this mouse is just having trouble with this glass table. Anyways, okay, up, 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 down, down, buy, 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 up, 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 down, down. Wow, sorry. Now it has trouble here, right? But it's a reset. So this is what fractal geometry does. So you might feel that this is a collapse. Well, on a weekly basis, that's a sell and this is the target. But on like a daily chart, which is a higher time frame, this is just a pullback. That's all it is. So based on that move, where are we going? Okay. Well, this behavior in pink is the same as the behavior in blue. Up, 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 down, down, buy. Up, 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 down, down, buy. Okay. This is just an up and up and up, down, down, buy. So this may put you to a target that's above us on the chart. So if you don't have that, you don't have a trade plan, right? You have to know where you're going before you can set anything up. Okay, great. So based on that, this is a nice little counter trend essentially, right? How do you trade an out of position market? So this one opened out of position, okay, 4 hour 21. Hit the weekly target, profit taking, but look at the role reversal. Okay, which is part of the up, 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 down, down, buy, up, 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 right? You take a look at this, down, down, buy, right? This just happened to be after consolidation, but the idea is the same. Now you go to a new level. What is the swing trade for the week if you have noticed a breakout? So you got the breakout again. How do you trade a breakout? Well, once again, I'm assuming you know. And then lastly, what's the swing setup? Once again, these are things you should know. You should be able to say, oh, breakout, oh, swing, right? You need to be able to connect all these dots. What's the swing? Well, this is your buy zone in blue, okay? Also, there's monthly there. So now you have price action, monthly, weekly. So what's the inevitable move? Up here. But based on this move, we already made that assumption. So now you're just dropping into smaller time frames, right? Which is fractal geometry. So using fractal geometry to set up your trade plans using both a price action and swing strategy. Okay. And of course, if you're wrong, you'll lose money and it'll do something like this and you'll be out. But that's very unlikely based on the analysis. And it could do whatever it wants. What's the ultimate target? Well, it's an M2 entry. Very basic, right? You're like, oh, M2. So obvious. So obvious, right? So here, there's the price. I can't see that. What is it? 6.72? 6.71. No, 0.71. 0.71. 6.1 and a quarter. Yeah. Anyways, 75 more pips. Up, out. Cool, right? And of course, if you're up here tomorrow, then there's a counter trend set up. You should already see that. You should already see the next trade. Okay. So MaTube apparently is logged in to spam us. Wow, what a life. Goodbye, MaTube. Goodbye. All right, MaTube has been banned. Yes, 835 is correct, Billy. Okay. By the way, guys, if you're new, I suggest you go to the go to youtube.com/fxbootcamp, and there's 1 or 2 training courses there for free that just go through all the basics trade methodology. Oh, MaTube just MaTube, I just kicked you out. Oh, I guess you were hidden, but you're still here. All right. MaTube lives another day. Cool. All right. One more. Yeah, I know, Barry. I know. I hear you. Totally agree. I hear you. I heard you before you even typed it. Give me another dollar pair, guys. Which one? Really? Prince Philip says euro dollar. Well, here's the first one. All right. Oops. All right. I guess most people trade it. Thumbs down guy took the day off. It's funny, Chuck. I'm in a beautiful 5-star hotel on a beautiful beach. I don't take the day off. What the hell, huh? If I heckled somebody, I'd heckle them right. I'd heckle them real good. All right, so I look at this, I'm like, why would you want me to cover it? But okay, nothing is still happening. We're still in a range. You probably still shouldn't be trading it. Yeah, there you go. You're closer to the bottom, so if you were trading a range, I suppose you could scalp it back up into here. Joel! Joel! Thank you, Joel. Look, I'm going to go in the pool, man. Oh, Val's, I travel a lot, stuff, so send me again, Wayne@fxbootcamp.com. Okay. I'm going to do another one just because this euro dollar is so lame. Someone else said USD Swiss franc. I'm like, really? Okay, well, let's see if there's anything there. It was at a bull and a bear growl, suppose. So what do you think, guys? Pretty mediocre. We have an R as a top and M2 as a bottom. Gives us no real direction. You have this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, but it's actually a higher high. So I wouldn't be incredibly eager on this USD yen. So let's do USD Swiss franc. Okay. Anything going on here? Okay. Well, again, top is an R1, which isn't supposed to be a top. Little bit more bearishness. You had a trade this morning or last night, actually. Depends on when you start trading. But delete. This is a sell. Okay. But it's not amazing price action. So like lower low, what do you call this? Like this is like 100% retracement, right? We're looking for things like this, not this. So you know, it's not great. So the way I usually measure these things out is it feels very rangy, and we're just slowly kind of drifting. And I don't know if I can trust this as a true breakout, but if you're already a bear, okay, that's cool. My problem with being a bear is this is a risk off move, but then this in a risk off, this would be bullish. So this would offset each other. And if you sell this, you lose quite a bit of money on the carry. Like it's not a good trade. Like that's not what you're supposed to be doing. So, you know, that's why I avoid a lot of these pairs. You just wouldn't be short this unless you were scalping. Okay. But even then, there's got to be something better, right? So I can go to a scan dollar. And I think you'll find mediocrity across the board. But you should start by doing relative strength exercise and then find that, let's say, Aussie is strong, and then go find 3 different Aussie trades. That would be better, right? Okay. What do you think of this? Okay. This is like a Friday front run. And there might be support here, but okay. You notice what's going on here? Is this really trending? No. Right. This is definitely a sell zone. This is definitely a take profit zone. So we know bears live here. And this is definitely a sell price. So it really comes down like, are you okay with this heading back 90%? And are you so bearish that you think it's going to do like this week and next week? Yeah, maybe. Now you're probably asking me what pair is this? Doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's the analysis. Okay. If you saw this as sideways, you'd be a seller high, you'd be a buyer low, and you've already missed the seller high. So like, what could you possibly want to do now? Nomad's land. You're going to get slaughtered. So anyways. What time is it? Yeah. Let's do one more. One more. There's always time for one more, right? So instead, let's go somewhere that might be strong. Let's go to an Aussie. So we know a lot of the dollar pairs are sideways. So what about Aussie? Well, Euro Aussie is getting crushed. Aussie CAD is skyrocketing. You see how like there's just better trades? And that's what trading is all about, finding the better trades. So let's change this up. I'm going to put this to our standard template. Okay. And let's take a look on like an hourly chart. Okay. And hit delete. This is a pretty decent trade from about here. Last week's sell zone is here. Last week's profit target is here. Here's a nice roll reversal re-entry. And now we're down in here. And the scary part is this is the projected bottom for the month of July based on entering here. So a CPP will predict an S2. S2 is the bottom of this gray range, and we're halfway through the gray range now. So there's not a lot of meat left on the bones. You're very, very, very late to the game. If you're late to the game, that's risk. It's not good. And then what's the weekly trade here? It's not really off of a weekly pivot. So this is just, one last hurrah to get down to the actual target of S2. So there's only from here to here left. Okay? So it was a really great trade 2 weeks ago. Okay, what about this? Aussie CAD. What do we see here? Okay, here's an M2 swing long. There's the target. Here's a re-entry. Okay, here's the aggressive target. And if you're going to swing again this week, this is your long zone, your buy zone. Okay, just so happened to work out again because roll reversal, right? Look at that. All of this is just roll reversals. Basic price action. Up, 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 down, down, buy, 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 up, 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 up. Okay. So you got a little bit of a weekly trade plan. This should, are you going to call this an M2 or CPP? I'd say M2, so the target is weekly M4. Okay. But you can see they're not pretty trade plans, and we're very late, like in the cycle, but they're better than the euro trades, right? They're better than the pound trades. Okay. Fabio Eric says, I want to join your team. Well, tradersway.com to get your trading account, FX Bootcamp to get a team. All right, what else do we have here on Aussie dollar? We've done Aussie CAD, Aussie Swissy. Now remember, Swissy was just a little tad strong versus dollar. The nice thing is you get paid to borrow it. So what's the carry on this? Aussie Swiss franc. If you're long, 200% a year. It's pretty good. Okay, you're earning 2.1. Okay, you're earning 2.1 on the carry long. Do not hold this short, right? Support, sorta. Are we trending? No. Are we kicking off perfect pivots on a weekly basis? No. Is there a monthly plan? Well, let's reset this. I don't know if I did this already or not, but let's reset this. Okay, what's the plan? Well, it did make a slightly higher high, and we're kind of here. It's really mediocre. Very, very mediocre. But if you had to, I would call this a plan A. I would call this a plan B. And you would look to start heading up and breaking through this area here. Okay. All right, so we've done Swissy pairs, Aussie pairs, dollar pairs, yen pairs, exotic pairs, and commodities. So I'm on vacation, but that is a lot of give. So let me ask you for something. Please leave a comment. Now, if you don't have time, you're about to leave, then go to yesterday's video and leave a comment there. Okay? But on this video, you certainly can like it. And if you are new, like Babio Eric or Joel or Ma, who subscribed today, if you're also new, please subscribe so that you can attend my webinar tomorrow, which I will do from my home office, not from the beach. Sheikh wants me to make a decision for him. I'm sorry, I preach to teach. So you're going to have to put in blood, sweat, and tears for years to learn how to trade. Okay? So Sheikh, I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe. So thank you, guys. Thanks for being on my team. I'm trying to get rid of that thing. There we go. So thank you very much. My hat off to you. Is the beach better today? Still a little bright either way, huh? Anyway, so I got to go surf. How nice does that look, huh? Huh? It's hard to see. It's gorgeous. But anyway, so I'm going to go take a dip in the pool and have a cocktail for breakfast. Kiss my wife on the lips. Make everyone feel uncomfortable. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May our profits be above average. And I will see you from Atlanta, Georgia tomorrow. So from Amelia Island, Florida, home of the Concours d'Elegance at the Ritz-Carlton, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging with me. Cheers.